Our topic today is geoengineering. It all started a few years ago when I was teaching at a Bible college. I showed a documentary on HARP, or otherwise known as High Frequency Active Oral Research Program. The documentary, unfortunately, that I showed to my class has since been taken down because it showed both sides of the argument, where the scientists were discussing with each other the harms that this weapon could do, and others who were talking about the good that it could do. Well, I was not aware that there are actually people who think that it does not exist or that it was shut down. It exists. It's being run right now by the University of Alaska. So it can be looked up. It's just that the documentary that I showed my class was taken down because it shows both sides of scientists discussing how this could harm the Earth's atmosphere and the Earth's crust with causing earthquakes, and at the same time, it might be able to do some good, such as causing rain in very arid climates so that they can begin to have vegetation. Anyhow, as I was teaching Old Testament at that time, and we were discussing Genesis 11, which is where we see the Tower of Babel and man's attempt to gain the same position as God. If you're not familiar with the story, this is where God saw how humanity was devising plans to become like him and to challenge him. See, the Tower of Babel is what they were building. Babel in the text is defined as the God gate. Well, God decided to confuse their languages to prevent or stall more evil in the world. See, the thought is if people could not understand what the other's saying, then they would not be able to work together and be as productive. So they had to disperse across the world, is what happened. Now that we live in an age where the global language is English, we are facing the same problem all over again. Granted, we are not seeing tall buildings going up in order to break through the atmosphere to challenge the Creator. But we are witnessing super colliders, like the one at CERN, doing everything that they can to discover the so-called God particle, to recreate the Big Bang event and how this universe was created to begin with, or came to be, I should say. There are obvious, vast differences between mankind and the Creator. The one I want you to keep in mind is that even though God, the God of the Bible, could end all life just as quickly as he started it, he could force all of humanity to obey his guidelines, he chooses not to, ever. He does not force people to do what is right. He does not force people to live in a healthy manner. He simply provides guidelines and does not want his people living that way. Those are the people that come to him and want his protection, that want to follow him, not those who do not. Humankind, on the other hand, seeks power over others when they are in a position of influence and control. See, positions of influence, when held by psychopaths and sociopaths, are humanity's worst nightmare. This is where tyrannical dictates that destroy lives thrive. The individuals playing God are those who do not respect the Creator, or they are naturalists, evolutionists. We have certain very wealthy individuals who are working very, very hard at taking God's place. You see, it's God's place to set the morals of a society. Distorting the traditional values and morals of humanity is more the goal of the enemy, of Satan. In an effort to break down society, to pull the family apart, It is God's place to bless humanity with people's God-given genome. But what does the enemy want to do? The enemy wants to make oppressive rules to intentionally physically hurt people, forcing medical interventions on humanity, genetically altering the unsuspecting individuals. Hey, thanks for watching the Faith and Culture Show. If you'd like to continue this particular episode, please go to the Rumble link below or click on the QR code and join me on the free speech platform over there. Look for the name of the episode and start about the 10-minute mark. I hope to see you there because it's a good one.